On December 4th, the last supermoon and full moon of the year rises. Bright, close, unapologetic. This moon doesn't whisper, it exposes. And for me, it's really personal. 4 years ago tonight, a car in Appleton shattered my pelvis, and my life broke as I broke on the concrete. 4 years since I had to learn to walk again, learn to trust my legs again, and learn to choose life, even when it hurt to breathe. So when I talk about healing and awakening, I'm not talking about it from a book, talking about from the bones that broke and I rebuilt them. The shattered pelvis. Cold moon equals cold truth, right? The cold moon is named for the long nights and the deep winter when everything slows down and the truth has nowhere to hide. Spiritually, the moon is a checkpoint, a mirror. It asks, what did this year really show me? Where did I grow? Where did I lie to myself? And what still hurts that I pretend doesn't? 2025 has exposed a lot. We've watched fascism walk out in daylight. We've seen people show their true beliefs, their fear, their hatred, their ignorance. Everything hidden came to the surface this year. And the cold moon doesn't create that chaos. Nope, it reveals it. And once you see the truth, you can never unsee it. 4 years from the car wreck. This week marks 4 years since I spent 32 days in the hospital, 8 months learning how to walk again in physical therapy, broken knees, and a shattered pelvis. 4 years since I weighed more than my soul could carry. I went up to 271 pounds. Today I weigh 191. 4 years since the fake people fell away and the real ones showed up for me. And one of the real ones was the Texan. He moved me from Tennessee to Texas, gave me stability, let me heal without judgment, and taught me peace by living it, not by showing it to me or telling me. He is peace. The car accident didn't just break me, it rebirthed me. It showed me how I am without the performance, the hustle, the mask. It forced me to sit still long enough to feel everything I'd been outrunning since childhood. I didn't just survive. I've emerged. See, my initials are M.E., Mary Elsner, Matriarch Emerges. This is my movement. Because growth isn't pretty. I mean, let's be honest. Growth is not cute. It's not an Instagram-worthy pic or a quote. It's not crystals and affirmations. Growth is ugly, crying on the bedroom floor. Growth is screaming in your car so no one can hear you. Growth is losing people you thought were with you forever. Growth is admitting you betrayed your own intuition, ignored red flags, and stayed where you should have left. Growth is accountability, and accountability hurts before it heals. But this cold moon says, cool, no more shrinking, no more lying, no more surviving on autopilot. This is the moment that you need to grow, not apologize. Forgiveness is a key, not an excuse. Forgiveness is not letting people off the hook. Forgiveness is letting yourself off the hook. Do you understand me? It's saying, I refuse to let what happened to me decide the next chapter of my life. I had to forgive people who disappeared when I was broken. I had to forgive past versions of myself who settled for bare minimum friendships. I had to forgive my own body for taking time to heal. I had to forgive my body for chronic pain that I still carry. I had to forgive the betrayals, the heartbreaks, and the patterns. Forgiveness does not mean reconnection. It means release. You cannot walk through the cold moon and into this 1212 portal dragging corpses of old pain behind you. You have to decide, is my future worth more than my resentment? Hardest lessons of 2025, personally, politically, and spiritually. We saw the world's hatred exposed, you guys. We saw division weaponized. We saw leaders choose money and power over people straight in our face with fascism, and they're trying to normalize it. But here's the deeper lesson. This wasn't the collapse. This is the unveiling. It's going to get a lot more froggy. The Great Awakening isn't some mystical prophecy. It's millions of people realizing They're done being manipulated, done living small, and done pretending everything is fine when it's not. The Matriarch Emerges movement is part of that awakening. It's not gender, it's consciousness. It's the rise of intuition, justice, ancestral wisdom, truth-telling, and fierce compassion. The world's going to be real loud with fear right now, but the awakened, the ones who see it, our purpose is louder than their fear. So this cold moon, December 4th is the full moon. The 12/12 is the portal. The days between December 4th and December 12th are that corridor. It's a reset period. So the cold moon exposes and the 12/12 portal integrates. 12 is completion. 12 months, 12 signs, 12 phases of growth. On 12/12, that energy doubles. So it becomes the closing of a long chapter and the doorway to a new one. So ask yourself, what am I done carrying? What story about myself needs to die here? What fear is running my life, and am I willing to face it? And what do you want to build in 2026? 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2026 is a huge year. These 8 days are not random. They're a spiritual furnace. You walk in with the heaviness of the year, and you walk out forged in fire. So move with purpose and fervor. This is the season of choice. Not passive hope, not maybe one day, not when I feel like I'm ready. Nope, now. The cold moon teaches clarity. The 12/12 portal teaches commitment. Your survival teaches courage. Your pain teaches purpose. Your awakening teaches responsibility. And your voice is needed. I don't owe the world my silence. I don't owe my abusers my silence. And I don't owe my loyalty to the past relationships. And I don't owe broken systems my obedience. I do not want to fit into a patriarchal system. So I am going to move with purpose, fervor, and like someone who survived what should have fucking destroyed me. So if you can step outside between now and the 4th, look up at that moon. Let the cold air hit your skin. Let the moonlight remind you who you are. What do you want? What do you want? Not what's best for your husband or your kids or whatever. What do you want? Say to yourself, I honor the truth. I release what holds me back. I forgive and I rise and I walk into 2026 awake, aligned, and unstoppable. This is your cold moon teaching from Spryte, me, the goddess. This is your 4-year rebirth. This is your awakening. This is the beginning of the next chapter of power. I've learned so much in the last 4 years with people who betrayed me and never showed up when I needed them. I had people come to me and be there for me that I never thought would care for me the way they did. And I lost friends of 10, 20 years because they chose to side with their husbands in fascism over freedom and what's right. You know it in your chest when you stand outside in the dark under the December cold moon, what's real and what's not. And white supremacy trying to take over this country and the rest of the world seeing us from the outside looking in, how pathetic it is that we let billionaires own our government. And they have since the 80s, since the 60s, I guess, when JFK was taken. And we all know it. Well, a lot of us know it. And the ones that do, we're not going to be fucking quiet about it. So choose what side of history you're on. Because on that 12/12 portal, by the time I turn 50 in January, you might want to start paying attention.